Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Dina Redinger. I am with ACE Coaching Company and Diagnostic Thinking. Today, I've invited a great friend of mine, Judy Ryan, CEO of Lifework System.
Dina, every day, I'm so grateful for your friendship, and I'm really excited to be talking about this topic.
And talk a little bit, Judy, about your experience around, what is that cost of not being able to look at yourself first and creating trust internally for yourself?
It's so interesting because there's a lot of causal effects that we focus on. One of them is that when people don't feel good about who they are because there's not good trust and they don't even know why or how to fix it, then they go into a state of being where they don't feel great about anything and they shut down. So right there's the costs that are associated with disengagement. And according to Gallup, between the radically disengaged, which they call actively disengaged, and the disengaged, it's around 70% of the people in any given sort of typical workplace. And that cost is a combination of costs from both of those groups, is somewhere around, at minimum, $260,000 for every 100 people. And at maximum, it's almost $1 million because you're putting at risk the fully engaged people that are around 29-30% of the population in the workforce. So there's a very financial big reason to be looking at all of that. But I would say what's hard about trust for people everywhere, whether it's in the workplace or anywhere, is that we don't realize that we have to create a dynamic with people where we're not all about telling them where they're wrong and you're right, and so when we start finding differences with people, we tend to do that. And instead, we should be practicing 4 of the 8 values, which are just being respectful and seeing this person as a separate human being, being somebody that's disclosing, but not with it to persuade or change somebody, being able to give recognition about the things you value about the other person, but also maybe the things that are different that you appreciate and what you can see in the gifts in those. Also being really, truly receptive. Most of us are listening and saying, well, yeah, but. So if we would spend more time there, which people think, well, that's kind of passive. No solutions are being offered in that 4 behaviors. That's right. But you're also creating that trust in those 4 behaviors. And until you do that, you're not going to be able to influence the other 4 behaviors of trust.
Great. Very powerful. I want to go back to a couple of things that I heard you say, right? Trust is not finding the right or wrong in situations. That's such a powerful place. And really being able to create that environment of trust. And it's really kind of that code of conduct that we do in the very beginning that talks about withholding judgments. It's trying on the shoes of the other person. It's not persuading somebody to do something. And I think you and I have talked about this a lot, Judy, which I really appreciate, right? It's not trying to fix somebody. It's not trying to heal somebody. It's not trying to change somebody. It's trying to be open and be present for somebody. So that Judy and I'd love for you to message us. Let us know if this was impactful for you today. And we all wish you well and take care, and signing off.